Power. Can you make me seem aggressive? Obviously, from past the accident, you know, all those things that happened to me, it still gets to me. Along the way, like, the anger kind of becomes into something positive, because it helps me push the bar, break the bar, as we say. The aim is showing that people with disabilities are kind of the same as people with able bodies. We can compete, we can, you know, do sports. We're all the same, but in our own unique ways, you know. Any sport, it can be your sport if you put your mind to it. You fight hard enough for it, it's yours.
The competition continues in Pyeongtaek for these World Powerlifting Oceania Open Championships. It's day 4. We've reached Saturday. Still 2 full days of individual competition left, and Monday's team competition, which is one of the longest days of the week. And we're heading now for the really, really big men. Immense amount of drama already seen this morning with 5 world record attempts in the up to 107 kg final, and one of them successful. Gold medals going to Iran. The world champion Ali Akbar Garib Shahi breaking his own world record, going to 253, taking the title. The total competition won by Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan, with a total lift across the 3 rounds of 612. Now here we are, seeing what further delights await us. 2 groups in this. We'll be introducing you to them shortly, and again, lots of home nation interest for Korea. It's the men's over 107 kg final. And first of all, the competitors in Group B. 3 for Korea, 1 each for Japan, Kazakhstan and the United Arab Emirates. So the 6 we're going to see in Group B: Jeon, Narasu, Moon Young-bae, Katsuhito Nakatsuji for Japan. The 3rd entrant for Korea, Chun Kun-mae. For Kazakhstan, Gani Isentemirov. And for the United Arab Emirates, Ahmad Kavis Al-Blushi. Al-Blushi, tremendously experienced. Already seen him at 4 World Championships. But yet to medal at a major championship. Plenty of big names awaiting us in Group A as well. The world champion and the Paralympic champion. Nuruddin Mengtsayev of Uzbekistan, Shogulbek Orisbayev of Kyrgyzstan. For Uzbekistan, Dostan Abdusattorov. For Jordan, Jamil El-Shebli, the Paralympic champion. For Iran, Mahdi Saidi. And for Iran, the world champion, Ahmad Aminzadeh. The current Oceania champion and the current Asian Games champion, the late Siaman Rahman, who passed away at the start of March 2020. Who had at the time been, of course, the reigning world and Paralympic champion as well. And the man who holds the world record of 310. Let's see who our referees are going to be for this. And here they are, Natalia Chkay of Kazakhstan, Pyeongtaek Nakate of Thailand, and from Malaysia, Kadir Kamaruzaman. Now referees for this men's over 107 kg final. Quite a number of champions in this, obviously for very sad reasons. Not all the reigning champions are. Zita Gyaka heading the jury. So these are the 6 in Group B, and again Korea very well populated in it. Jun, Moon and Chun. Very warm day in Pyeongtaek. It's 27 Celsius at the moment. It's going to go up to 29 for a lot of the day. That's outside. Inside expected to be good and hot as well. We go up to 185, and Ahmed Kamis Al-Blushi in this opening round, and then when we go into Group A, Ahmad Aminzadeh going for 250. Mahdi Sayadi for Iran as well, going up to 237. It is obviously the Asian record as well. And the view in the call room backstage. All of the training has now been done and just the muscles being ironed out. It could do with a bit of that, actually. It's been a long week. Very nice facilities in this Anjung Stadium. We're not quite downtown here.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best and the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got?
So it is the heaviest weight division of these Asia Oceania Open Championship in Pyeongtaek in World Paralympic. So it is a major championship debut at the age of 35 for Jeon Narasu for Korea. And his first round attempt will be 150. Moon Young Bae and Chun Kyun Bae are also here for Korea. But Jeon, oh, he's not wasting any time at all. That's what you want to see. Bit of enthusiasm right at the start of the competition. So Jeon Narasu, 150. No, it's no lift. It's 2 against him on the press, I'm afraid to say. He took that very, very quickly. Well, he gets a nice reception on the way out. There's a very good crowd here. No matter where you go in Pyeongtaek, you know the competition's on. There's banners for this everywhere. City of 500,000 people. It's very spread out. Punched through, but it was lacking control on the press, certainly. There's a very, very spread out city. Moon Young-bae, I wonder if he'll be motioning like that in an hour's time. He'll have to do very well in order to do it and overtake the rest, but he's going for 160 straight away is Moon. 172 is his lifetime best. 18th and 22nd in the last two World Championships. Born in Seoul, he started in this 5 years ago. Park Hoon, his coach for the past few years, who, as we always say, that's not necessarily who they brought on stage with them. We do have quite a few situations where athletes from certain countries, there's no budget to be able to bring their coach with them to international competition, so they'll have to bring one of the spare spotters on stage with them if necessary. Or another team's national coach. We've seen that with New Zealand. Here's Moon Young-bae going for 160. This would be the lead. And it is. For Moon Young-bae, it is 3 out of 3. And that is very good, firm lifting from him in this opening round. $160, his lifetime best is not really that far off that. And Moon has got something additional to aim for there. So next up for Japan, Katsuhito Nakatsuji. 160 is his target as well. His lifetime best is 202. 5 World Championships. His best finishing 7th in 2010 in Kuala Lumpur. Finished 7th in the last 2 continental competitions, the Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu, the Asian Para Games in Jakarta. $160 to match Moon from a few moments ago. Well, that's good too. All 3 in his favour. A whiteout, 3 out of 3. And Nakatsuji joins Moon at the top of the standings. That'll do nicely. It's all going according to plan so far. Driving through, Chun Kyun-bae for Korea, and 160 is his target as well. Lifetime best is 235. Paralympic bronze in 2012 in London, in front of those massive crowds. We had that in Rio as well, of course. Asian Games bronze medalist in 2014. Asia Oceania bronze and silver, going back to 2013 and 2015. Finished 4th at the World Championships in Dubai in 2014. It's the only major championship he hasn't won a medal in yet. The 7th in his last World Championships. In Nur Sultan 3 years ago. Chun. Well, that's a quick lift, nice lift, good lift. He's cleared it as well. 3 out of 3 for Chun Kyun Bae. And impressive for him as well. Don't remember him having that vehicle before, but it's working out for him. Good work at 160. They've all been successful with that so far. Jun missing out at 150, only just. The next 3 getting this weight of 160. Gani Isentemirov of Kazakhstan. Lifetime best 186, target 180 here for Kazakhstan. Bronze in the World Cup circuit last year in Manchester and Bangkok. 19th in the World Championships in Tbilisi. His coaches are Arslan Soyunchilyev and Artur Timitsky, the latter at national level. So Isentemirov going for 180, and this would be the lead. Decent quick lift, and it's a good lift as well. 3 out of 3 for Isentemirov. 180. And a good quality lift from the Kazakh strongman as well. Effective and clean from Isentemirov. So we've one more to lift in this first round, and it's Ahmed Kamis Al-Blushi of the United Arab Emirates. 210. His lifetime best, going for 185 here. 2 Paralympic Games, 4 World Championships. Unfortunate not to register a mark in his Paralympic appearances in London and in Rio. 6th in his last 2 Asian Championships, 8th in the Asian Games in 2018. No mark at London 2012. Picked up an injury during that competition. Still continued lifting. Needed 3 operations after that. It certainly affected him for a few years. coaches are Tito Kassem, Adel Wisha and Fauzi Abdel Kader El Maki. West Asian Games, bronze in 2019, silver in 2017. And obviously his position, the heaviest lifts in Group B, if he does well here, obviously a good chance of staying in the medals deep into Group A. And now that we've got the new total category of even maybe getting in the top 3 of that overall out of Group B and staying there, but he needs to get his 3 lifts to do that. 185 to start off with. And that is a good lift. He's our new leader, Al Blouchi. What a very effective lift by the man from the UAE, Ahmed Al Blouchi. His best in a global competition, 10th at the 2017 World Championships in Mexico City, held a delayed 3 months, held in December because of the unfortunate earthquake that hit during the late stages of the Mexican summer there. Very nice venue that was, the 1968 Olympic Basketball Stadium. Al Blouchi leading 185. Senten were off 180, the rest on 160. Moon, Jun and Nakasuji as we go into round 2. The only man to miss in the opening round is going for 150 again, Jun Narasu. And seeking not to get left behind here, really. $150 again for Jion. Was only turned down 2-1 in the previous round. He's got that 2-1 in his favour. That's good news. Was voted down by the one-side referee for the down sequence, actually. But he has that. That's good. He has his foundation in the competition. It comes in the second round at 150, and that is good news. Really decent lift. That's a new lifetime best for him. Next up, Moon Young Bai, 165. His target in this second round. Which is 7 kilos off his lifetime best. He's doing that stance already, fair enough. Moon Young Bai ready to go at 165. Quite perfunctory. Moon has brought a bit of sunshine into our lives. 165. 3 out of 3, a white out. And Moon moves up into third position. Very good effective lifting. He's Edging closer and closer to his lifetime best. It's a very good total for him as well. So far, so good. Excellent. Well, he's well on the way. It's really good consistency from him, and all he can do is just keep doing that. Maybe get past his lifetime best, and potentially then have a high finish if others slip up above him and into Group A. Katsuhito Nakatsuji for Japan, going now for 170, adding 10 onto his first round attempt. Well, he's a 200 man, 202 in his career. He knows what he wants to do. Lift to 200 and being crowned the Japan national champion in 2019. And the next national championship later that year in Kyoto, 200 and a half. 202 at the World Championships in Nur Sultan in 2019, where he finished 9th. Takeyoshi Okamoto, his coach. He's based in Sakai, is Nakatsuji. He's attacked that very well. And he has it at 170, a good lift, 2-1 in his favour. Katsuhito Nakatsuji goes into third spots. Good and effective and clean. He's doing well in the total lift section as well. Chun Kyun-bai is in now for 170. $170 for Chun, the target now. Three Asian medals in his career, 1 silver, 2 bronze, Paralympic bronze in London, 7th in his most recent World Championships 3 years ago for Chun. 170 it is. He's been well over a 200 lifter in his career, 235 the lifetime best, but kind of discipline where if it's been a bit of an injury spell, you have to build up lower. 170. Certainly has that within him. It's a good lift, 2-1 in his favour, no problem with the technique. And Chun Kyun-bai, he too lifts himself up into third position. Just the stop sequence for a middle referee. But Chun is fine. green on that board. It's great to see. Just the one miss so far. That was from Jun, and he's been successful since then. So nobody being wiped out in this Group B at least. The return of Gani isn't Temirov for 190. This would be a new lifetime best, beating his mark of 186. Came on the international scene last year. So for Kazakhstan, who brought through a new generation for their World Championships, they staged in 2019, and we've seen them hosting Asian Championships in the last 7 years. The last ones without Oceania attached in 2015. That was in Almaty. It's in Temirov, 190. This for the outright lead for now. Got it raised well, and it's a good lift. 3 out of 3, the white out for Isin Temirov. And that's the way to do it. Added 10 onto his mark there. And he's doing right now all that he can ask to do, in truth. Showing good consistency himself, and he is our leader in terms of the total competition. He's getting it all right to date. So on we go to wrap up this second round. 193 the target for Ahmed Kamis Al-Blushi of the United Arab Emirates. Been a regular campaigner on the international championship circuit for the past 10 years. Those 2 medals at the last 2 West Asian Games. Biggest moments really of his career so far. They tend to be one-day events as well. $193 for Al-Blushi. He's gone to 213 in his career. Punched through that well. He'd 14 seconds left on the clock, but there was no pressure on him at all. It's a good lift, 3 out of 3. And Al-Blushi maintains his advantage over the rest, 193, and a very good total score as well, beginning to build up for him, for Isin Temirov as well. 378 is total to date. And if he goes for 200, slightly over, and gets it in the third and final round, then he'll be pushing onto 600 kilos, which will be a nice mark for the rest in Group A to try and beat if they're successful from the 3 attempts. A lot of effort being put into that lift though. How much more does he have to give? Al-Blushi leads 193. Isin Temirov second on 190, and then Nakatsuji and Chun third on 170. And they're in that order as well in terms of the total lift. The return of Jeon Narasu of Korea. Needed 2 attempts at 150, and this now for 160. In his first major championship, welcome aboard. A solid push through. The arms have been quaking, and that's gone against him on the press from the 2 side referees. 2-1 against him. He was cut a bit of slack there, but not enough. So he has the 1 successful attempt at 150, and it has him in 6th place. He did get 1 successful lift at least, and that was good news. But those arms certainly quaking quite a lot. So into the final round, Moon Young-bae coming now for Korea, aiming for 170. It's 2 kilos off his lifetime best. If he gets this, it's a total of 495 for the total lift. Moon was 11th at the last Asia Oceania Championships. If he gets this, it's 10th at worst. And that's where Moon is. He's got all 3. 170 to go to his 160 and his 165. Finishes on 170. And at the moment, he is into 3rd place. Depends how the others do, of course. That's a decent performance. Nakatsuji and Chun are both on 170, but heavier lifts to come in this final round. But he's put in a decent effort, very good performances. He's got the highest total score so far. Chun Keun-bae for Korea. He's now aiming for 175. And he's been successful with his 2 attempts so far. There's a prospect that 5 out of the 6 may get every lift right in this. This will give him a total lift of 505. He's gone well above 200 in his career. Hercules, they call him, based out of Hongseong-gun. Coached by Choi In-yu. At club level, as national coach Park Gun-young. He was an able-bodied weightlifter pre-accident, lives in Cheongju. Silver in 2013 in the Asian Championships, bronze in 2015. Kuala Lumpur and Almaty respectively, 6th. Last time out in Kitakyushu. Bronze in his last Asian Para Games in Incheon, just up the road in 2014. 175 for Chun Kyun Bae. Technique-wise, that's just been turned down in terms of the press. And he stays on 170. 2 and against. Got it raised, but needed to be cleaner in terms of the view from the side. And Chun with a total lift of 330. Most of the press he was voted down on by those two referees. Stop sequence didn't stay stopped for long, but they gave him the benefit of the doubt for that. Katsuhito Nakatsuchi next up for Japan, and his target is 180. He's gone in increments of 10 each time. Got 160, got 170, and now 180. This will give him a total overall of 510. That would be very solid going into Group A. 5 times he's competed in the World Championship. Takayoshi Okamoto, his coach. $180 for Nakatsuchi. So Nakatsuchi for 180. Push through well. His coach loves it, the crowd love it, and he will love it too. He has the right result. It's 3 out of 3 in his favour. He's got every lift. Started at 160, goes up to 180. Mission accomplished. He's 3rd, and he will stay 3rd until we go into Group A. He has seen others stumble, but not him. Ghanaian Tamarov is on the way for Kazakhstan. 197 he's going for. He too has got his first 2 attempts, 180 and 190. Nakatsuchi's got all 3 of his, and Moon as well. It's in Tamarov, 197. It's in Tamarov going big. It's 11 kilos above his lifetime best going into this. He's beaten that once with 190, going for 197 now. Oh, that's a struggle, and that is too much for him. Well, he's had one lifetime best today. That was asking too much in the end. Misses out on that 197, but he'll have chances again. He's beginning to make more and more of an impact on the international stage in powerlifting. And Gani Isentemirov, well, he's second for now with all of Group A to follow. It's a good appraisal he's given of himself today. Ahmed Kamis Al-Balushi also going for 197. .213 his lifetime best. Al-Balushi, after those few years of injury problems, has got himself back into the circuit at a high level. Getting qualification spots for World Championships. .197 that was. He's confident. Every reason to be. Very good, successful lift for him. 197. And a brilliant set of marks across the board as well. Very strong in terms of the overall total score. 575 in total. 185, 193, 197 all lifted by Ahmed Kamis Al-Balushi. And no hiccups along the way, really. Very, very comfortable. And that gives him a healthy advantage, certainly in terms of the total score going into Group A. And he may hold both advantages for a while, although the total score he will definitely hold until the third round of the upcoming Group A. So that is Group B done. Group A to now follow. And we should zip through that in the same amount of time pretty much as we did Group B. So on we go. 6 more names to deal with. Here's the situation. Al-Balushi leads 197. Isentemirov second at 190. Nakatsuji, nice resurgence from him, third on 180. Albelushi leads in terms of the total score ahead of Nakatsuji and Moon. Well, Korea so Nuruddin Mengzayev as we enter Group A, and 18 lifts coming in this, and it's Uzbekistan represented first of all by Mengzayev, and he's aiming for 195. It would be by 35 kilos. A new lifetime best. Asian Youth Games silver medalist in 2017. Lives in Pyeongtaek. Anvar Kolajev and Islam Abdu Raslov are his coaches. Strong Uzbek team, and his presence could be a massive help. So this 195 to put him second behind Ahmed Albelushi of the United Arab Emirates with his first round attempt, but he'd only be 2 kilos down. Mengzayev, 195, that is good. Gets himself into second place already. 3 out of 3, 3 white lights for the whiteout. That's good for Nuruddin Mengzayev. Put a lot into that, but still a bit to spare. So next up, Shagalbek Orisbayev for Kyrgyzstan. 208 his best ever lift. This is for 201, so he's not that far off. The Asian Games 4th placer in Jakarta in 2018. 4th in Incheon in 2014. The Asian Championships 5th in 2015. And a few years of nice consistency, certainly at continental level, and it can aim for that again here. They've got really nice singlets, I've got to say. Well, 201, it's a really solid leap up in quality for Orisbayev, there's no doubting that. He was the flag bearer for Kyrgyzstan at the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio. Adnan Jabrailov, his coach, recruited him into powerlifting. Felt there was a lot in his favour to come into the sport, and he was right. .201 for Orisbayev. Two in his favour. Good lift. Had to wait a lot for that. He was almost walking off stage by the time that came in, but come in it did. Successful at 2:01, which is 7 kilos off his lifetime best. Good, effective lifting from him. And he's maintaining a standard that's very good for him and aiming to carry on this way. Dostan Abdusattorov of Uzbekistan aiming himself for 201. It's 1 kilo off his lifetime best. Finished 15th in the World Championships last year in Tbilisi, 9th in his only Asia-Oceania Championships 7 years ago now in Almaty. Abdusattorov, based in the capital Tashkent, his coach is Anvar Kodjayev. And this to match the 2:01 from Orazbayev just now. Abdusattorov not hanging around, and he's got this as well. Well, this could be a very good battle for the medals. There's a major leap into the top 3, but as we've already seen so far today in the case of Solnum, Pilji and Bayar, you can go very high and not get a mark. It leaves you frozen out of the competition and opens the door for others. You'll need that to happen here. World record for a single mark is well over 300. 310 from Simon Rachman. We are going up to 250. Nominally in this competition. And now a massive leap up, an extra 35 kilos to Jamil El-Shebli, the Paralympic champion in Tokyo last year, bronze in Rio 2016, bronze in the 2017 World Championships, Western Asian Games champion. El-Shebli coming on for Jordan. Oh, what a tremendous successful career he's had already, and very successful career as a shot putter in para athletics. 2 silvers and a bronze at World Championships. Silvers in the shot in Athens in 2004 and Beijing in 2008, where he was the flag bearer in the opening ceremony for Jordan at the Bird's Nest Stadium. Issa Hilal is his coach. So 236. That's a strong lift, he got it raised. How accurate. Yes, everything was right. A good lift, 3 out of 3 for Jamil El-Shebli. 236. Tremendous. 2 to come. Both for Iran. To try and maintain it all. That was impeccable. And looking at everybody else's marks so far in their lifetime best, that is a medal for Jordan, I think we can say. But whatever colour it is depends on the two competing now for Iran. Madi Sayadi going for 237. 247, his lifetime best. Already seen an Iran 1-2 in up to 107 kilos, the second heaviest weight division. This is the ultimate World Championship silver in Tbilisi last year. 11th in his only other World Championship in 2014. He was an Asian Youth Games silver medalist in 2013. So 237 for Sayadi. And that on the press did not go right. All three against him. We'll have to reconsider. It's just a bit awkward, definitely, on that press to try and produce, and he just couldn't. Yeah, not equal on the way up, and suddenly that bent downwards on his right hand side. That left hand was the dominant one. So still one more to come, and it's Ahmed Aminzadeh, the world champion who claimed his crown in Georgia last year. And he's going immediately for 250, which would blitz most of the rest. Hasn't had a major number of major championships previously. Strong lift by the biggest man. 250, gets it. How about that for a foundation in the competition? He leads by a full 14 kilos from Jamil El Shebli after Madi Sayadi failed to convert. I have to be impressed by all of that. Well, that was tremendous. That's the first round done, second round to come. A major variance between the six we've seen in this group so far. The world record from Simon Ruckman is 310, so don't worry about that. Amin Zeda leading for Iran on 250. El Shebli second, 236. Or Aspire third for Kyrgyzstan on 201. Al Blushi leading the way in terms of total kilos claimed, 575. Nuruddin Mengzayev going for 198. Just nothing so far. 195 in round one. This to add 3 onto it. .35 kilos heavier than his lifetime best going into today's competition. Competed at the World Championships last year in Tbilisi and didn't register a mark. Went in at 195, didn't get it. Got it today. A couple of attempts at 197, didn't get them. Has he got 198 here? Not at all. He didn't look confident, and that was the stop sequence, 2 of the 3, and the other on the press. So misses out at 198. Will have to return and work that one out. Found that hard going, did Nuruddin. Well, 206 on the way for Orasbayev. 198. No joy for Mengzayev of Uzbekistan. Orasbayev for Kyrgyzstan going for 206, having got 201 in the opening round. It's just off his lifetime best of 208. Orasbayev 6th in the Rio Paralympic Games, 12th in the most recent World Championships. In Georgia. Fourth in the 2014 Asian Para Games in Incheon. 6th in the last Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu. 5th in 2015 in Almaty. Round 2. Orasbayev, the flag bearer for Kyrgyzstan in Rio for the opening ceremony of the Paralympic Games there. He's a Bishkek boy. Anan Jabrailov, his coach, national team coach, had spotted him and brought him into powerlifting and suggested he might be good at it. How good? Well, he lifted 201 earlier. He just misses 206 here. It's 2 and against. Our centre referee going against him on the stop sequence and the right side referee for the press. So 2:01 is still his foundation. Well, Oceania had lifted 201 in the previous round, and so did Dostan Abdusattorov of Uzbekistan, who comes now, and he too is going for 206. 2:02 is lifetime best. This for a new mark. 15th in the World Championships in Tbilisi, 9th in the Asian Championships in 2015. He's based in Tashkent. Coach Anvar Kojayev. Waiting and pensive, hanging on, still a minute to go. He'll do it on his terms. Dostan's goal, a new lifetime best, and this would put him third outright. He's currently sharing that with Oceania. A fantastic opportunity of doing something significant with this weight. Well raised and clean as well. 2-1 in his favour. Just one for the stop sequence against him, but he's made it. Abdusattorov at 206. It's a new lifetime best, and he's in the bronze medal position. Sayadi missing his first round go. How good was that? Psyched himself up well for it. 9 lifts left in the competition. 3 in his middle round of the 3. Madi Sayadi is next to come on. An attempt to go from currently nowhere into the silver medal position. So Sayadi waiting in the wings to go for 237. .247 is lifetime best. There's only 10 off that for the world silver medalist in Tbilisi. So just missed out on this in the opening round. Lifted 230 to win bronze in the Iranian Championships last year. This already is a bit in advance. Strong and clean. And Sayedi gets his name onto the board, and only Aminzadeh, his Iranian teammate, is above him. Shades of the up to 107 kilo final from earlier, where Iran got the 1-2, and they currently hold the top 2 positions here in the heaviest weight division of them all. 237. For Jordan, Jamil El-Shabli is next to go, who had been in the silver medal position behind Amanzadeh, but now knocked down a spot by Mehdi Sayadi. 240 his target to go back into second place. What an intriguing Group A this is. What an excellent second round. Standard as high as ever. El-Shabli well in position for 240. So 240 for El-Shabli. 243 is his lifetime best. A serious effort to go into second place. And he has it! Jordan El-Shabli. Tremendous lift, 3 out of 3. That was for 240. And Jamil El-Shabli for Jordan leaps above Sayadi. It's around 1 and 3 and Jordan in between. Good competition this as well. Those 2 early misses unfortunately for Zayev and Oresbayev. One final lift in this second round, and here's ready Akman Amanzadeh for 254. It's 9 below his lifetime best of 263. The world champion. Lifted 255 in Tbilisi, 254 here. Beat Mehdi Sayadi into second place. El-Shabli was 5th. Suddenly, this is the heaviest weight attempted this week in any category. I suppose it stands to reason. .254 for Akman Amanzadeh. A strong lift, a good lift. 254, he increases his lead to 14 kilos. He's well clear of El-Shabli in second place. Amanzadeh well in control, 254. He's got his 2 lifts today. And he's well clear in terms of the total lift as well. Those are 2 immense successful efforts he's got so far. Well, that was excellent. Amanzada 254, Al Shebli 240, Sayadi 237, Iran, Jordan, Iran. In terms of the overall weight, Al-Belushi still leading that on 575, but Amanzada now on 504 thanks to his 2 successful lifts here. Katsuji just 6 ahead of him also. Nuruddin Mengsayev of Uzbekistan in this final round to jump up to 202. Would be 42 kilos, clear of his lifetime best. No mark for Mengsayev in Tbilisi at the World Championships. Still plenty of time left in the clock for the Uzbek lifter. 202 would see him leap up a place, up into 5th above Oresbayev. If he can get that technique right. Not quite, 2 and against, and both on the press sequence against him. So he finishes on 198. Mengsayev, who's still only 23, has a long career coming. Struggling on the control for once. Had got the others right. Shagalbek, Oresbayev next. For Kyrgyzstan. He and Abdusattorov are both going for 207. Oresbayev is first. His lifetime best is 208. Abdusattorov 202. Oresbayev acknowledging everybody on his way to the bench. He's got a good opportunity of cracking into the top 4 here now, for the time being anyway. Strapped and ready, Shagalbek, Oresbayev. So 207 for Oresbayev. $1 kilo below his lifetime best for Kyrgyzstan. Well, got that raised. 13 left on the clock, but it's 2 against him, and it's both for the stop sequence and both from the side referees. The centre referee was happy with it, but doesn't get it. 2-1 against. His best lift was 201. He's missed the next 2. Orosbayev still has a lot of pleasure as he gets beyond the 200 marker again, which is a great psychological boost for an athlete in his position. Well, lift challenge rejected for Orosbayev, I can tell you that. They felt it was good, but he went for it and didn't get. Abdusattorov will now come out. That was the lift challenge detail, by the way. They decided to put the challenge in. Orosbayev's coach here, but no success. Abdusattorov looking for success here. A lot of time fall off the clock by this stage. Abdusattorov, 80 seconds left. He will feel he still has time to get everything readjusted, Dostin. Abdusattorov, it will keep him 4th. This attempt of 207 could be very valuable in the total score competition. Abdusattorov, 207. Would be a new lifetime best for the 26-year-old. Well, the Uzbeks in the crowd like it, and with good reason. He gets 207. What a brilliant result for him. And that puts him into 4th place overall. Abdusattorov with a magnificent effort. And also, by the way, he's in the lead in terms of the total lift. Can still be denied by 2 men if El Shebli and Amanzada, if either or, get their 3rd round lift through. But that was excellent from Abdusattorov. Got 207. A brilliant set of marks he's had. So far, he is guaranteed nothing. Only 3 left to go. El Shebli and Sayadi going for 245. Amanzada's already on 254, going for 256, so the gold is his. Ahmad Amanzada succeeds Siamin Rahman. El Shebli and Sayadi are not going any higher, and Sayadi going here for 242. 237 currently in the bronze medal position. Missed it the first time of asking, got it the second time. 237 is 3 behind Jamil El Shebli in the silver medal position, but 242 would now put him up into the silver medal position with 2 to come. Madi Sayadi ready. The World Championship silver medalist at the end of last year in Tbilisi, and 11th in his only other World Championship in 2014. The Iranian champion, bronze last year, lifting 230. So they've been given reminders of his talent. Sayadi, 242. Is to go above Al-Shabli by 2 kilos. And that is too much, I'm afraid to say. He's just overexerted himself today. Sayadi with 242. His lifetime best 247, but he just overdid it, and I think he's hurt his elbow or a pec or a shoulder or all of them. .237 is where he ends up, and that will be the bronze medal. Well, just being helped away. He's put himself through the boundaries, there's no doubt about that. Just struggled in the end through it. There was no more he could do, and that was on the way down. The spotters had to jump in, had to leap in to get that bar back up. But he's just strained himself there, unfortunately. We've 2 to go. It is bronze for Sayadi for Iran. It is silver for Jamil El-Shabli of Jordan. Looking to clear 245 here. He's ready. Jamil El-Shabli, 245. .245 for El-Shabli. World Championship bronze medalist, the reigning West Asian Games and Paralympic champion, and the spotters had to leap in very, very quickly. El-Shabli putting himself to the limit here. He doesn't get 245 today. That would have been a new lifetime best. 243 is the best he's lifted successfully. 240 he got in round 2, and that is enough for the silver medal by 3 kilos. Clear of Sayadi. It is silver for El-Shabli and Jordan, as it was on no previous occasion. It's been gold or bronze or nothing for him. Just struggling to get that up and to keep it up. Ahmad Aminzadeh takes the gold for Iran. 256 is his final effort, having cleared 250 and 254. If he gets this, it's the clean sweep, and he will also win the total category. Ahmad Aminzadeh, the Asian champion. Aminzadeh to wrap the competition up. All the time in the world. Ahmed Amanzada has still 35 seconds. This for the clean sweep of 3 successful lifts. Well, it looks good. Amanzada gets it! So the victory ceremony's close by. First it'll be our traditional category for the best lift, followed by the total. Presentation team: James Lee, the LOC Secretary General. And Kamal Roseman, the Chairman of World Paralifting. Well, what a competition we've had here. What a very enjoyable watch it has proven to be. And still that injury problem affecting. Sayadi. Well, they're big men. They don't know their own strength. Mari Sayadi lifting 237 in the second round. It was his only successful lift of the entire competition, but it was enough to win him the bronze medal. And at one stage, it had him in second place. Jamil El-Shebli, 240 in the second round. He'd got 238 in the first round, missed 245 in round 3. But he picks up the silver medal. Does El-Shebli, the Paralympic champion. I remember he finished 5th in the World Championship final, subsequently in Tbilisi. Glory to Ahmad Ahmadzada. Iran again on the podium with 2 medals, but instead of gold and silver this time, it's gold and bronze. Ahmadzada, the world champion, is now the Asian champion too. What a tremendous contest. And definitely between El-Shebli, Sayadi and Ahmadzada. They gave us quite a contest. Ahmadzada lifting 250 in the opening round, and that put him firmly in control for the rest of the competition. 250, 254, 256 he lifted. And that means there's another set of gold medals that will be his as well, and they're on the way. A lot of lifting still going on. Jamil El-Shebli, Ahmadzada the gold, El-Shebli the silver, and Mari Sayadi the bronze. Iran, Jordan, Iran, the 1-2-3 in this men's over 107 competition. Presentation for the total competition is forthcoming. So this for the total. Order a bit different in this, and again showing how important it is to get all of your lifts in. Ahmed Kamis Al-Blushli of the United Arab Emirates picks up the bronze in this. Lifts of 185, 193 and 197, giving him 575. Al-Blushli with the bronze, the silver going, how about this, to Dostan Abdusattorov of Uzbekistan, 201, 206 and 207 to give a tally of 614. He had finished in 4th place in the traditional competition. He was 30 kilos off the medals. Al-Blushli, by the way, was 40 kilos off the medals there. But Abdusattorov, tremendous results, and he picks up his first major championship medal. Al-Blushli, outside of the West Asian Games, does likewise. And Ahmed Aminzadeh, he takes the gold as well in the total competition. That was down to his final lift of 256. He had the 3 heaviest lifts of the competition all told anyway, 250, 254, 256. He wins by almost 150 points, 760 to 614 for Abdusattorov. It's Iran again. Ahmed Aminzadeh wins both sets of medals. What a huge margin in the end, but he's the best around right now. 760 to Abdusattorov's 614, and Al-Blushli breaking through 575. Aminzadeh's the world champion, but for the other two, they get on a podium for the first time. Many hearty congratulations between these 3 men. Great performing, Al-Blushli, Abdusattorov and Aminzadeh in reverse order. Medalists, and we're back in just about an hour with the women's competition. Women's 61 kg final, that's on an hour, followed by the 67 kilo decider.
on the bench.